Welcome to the How to Replace SSD Devices in ztC 110i Systems training module. This training module covers how to replace SSD devices in both nodes of a deployed, production ztC Edge 110i system. The procedure can be accomplished without requiring any VM to be shut down or incur a production outage. In this procedure, neither SSD device has failed. However, at completion of the exercise, the SSD in each node will have been replaced with a replacement SSD device. Before beginning the procedure, there are some special considerations to be aware of. Sometimes, one or more VMs may be configured and intentionally shut down or not running. If this situation applies to your system, it is extremely important that every VM be started and allowed to complete a full mirror copy at key points identified within the procedure. It is always good practice to have a recent backup in compliance with your normal backup plan before beginning planned maintenance. Stratus recommends you back up each VM as you deem important before starting this procedure. And please be aware, this procedure requires approximately 3.5 hours to complete, with much of the time waiting for recovery of redundancy between the nodes. We'll start by removing the SSD drive from node 1, and when completed, we'll move on to node 0. Before you begin the procedure, make sure the following conditions are met. Verify both nodes are healthy. Verify the version of the system is 2.0.0, 2.0.1, or 2.1.0. And also make sure that your VMs are running and fully synchronized. Let's now see how to do these. To verify both nodes are healthy, connect to the system using the system IP address. Use your locally configured credentials, the same as you would for any other session, to access the ztC console. In the ztC console masthead, verify the version of your ztC installation. Remember, your system should be 2.1.0, 2.0.1, or 2.0.0 to continue on with this procedure. Verify the system and both nodes are healthy by looking for the green check marks. There will also be a message in the masthead stating system is healthy. If the system is not healthy, troubleshoot and repair any issues prior to proceeding. We'll now verify the VMs are running and fully synchronized. To do this, go to the Volumes page and make sure all the volumes show 100% finished under the disk synchronization column. If all volumes do not show 100%, wait for synchronization to fully complete before continuing. Next, you'll need to manually load balance the VMs. To do this, go to the Virtual Machines page. Click on a VM to select it. Click on the Load Balance tab. Record the current load balance value indicated here. You will restore this setting in a later step. Next, select Manually Place on Node 0 from the list of options, and click Save. After a successful migration, the flag icon and double arrows icon will reside on node 0. Repeat these steps for each VM on your system. When finished, all VMs should be placed on node 0. We'll now replace the SSD drive. We'll work on node 1 first. Important: if you are uncertain which physical machine is node 1, log into the Linux console using the system IP address and use the following command: avcli led-fast-flash followed by node 1, and then hit enter. An identifying LED will flash rapidly on the front panel of node 1 for up to 30 seconds, or until power is removed. To do this, use PuTTY or your preferred SSH client to log into the system. Access the system using the system IP address you used to access the ztC console. Log in as root. Enter the default password of keep running. Please note that the password is case sensitive. If you've modified the password after installation, specify your local value. Execute the avcli command. The sysled on the front panel of node 1 will flash rapidly for up to 1 minute now. This confirms which physical machine has had its VMs moved, and it is safe to pull power. To prepare for SSD drive removal, remove power from node 1. The SSD drive can be accessed from the front of the ztC Edge 110i system. Even though there are 2 drive slots, only the top slot is populated with an SSD drive. To remove the SSD drive, loosen the 2 screws holding the drive in the slot, and then pull on the tab to remove the drive. You received a new SSD drive installed on a drive tray from Stratus. Insert the new drive tray into the ztC 110i enclosure and lock it in place with the 2 screws. At this point, place the SSD device you removed into the packaging you received the replacement in for return to Stratus, and now apply power to node 1. Please note, if node 1 was the primary, also known as the system management node, it is normal and expected that the ztC console access will be lost. You may verify continued VM operations via LAN access to your VMs. However, allow approximately 5 minutes to recover normal ztC console functionality. Do not attempt to make changes during this expected period when the ztC console is unavailable. If the ztC console connection was lost, reconnect your browser session at this time. Monitor the system via the ztC console while a reconfigured node integrates successfully. Using the ztC console dashboard, notice that while the node is being reconfigured, it will disappear from the ztC console. This is expected. Node 1 will return approximately 30 minutes later and begin to synchronize volume data. When the node first returns, you may briefly see network errors indicated. This is normal, and after a few minutes the physical machines page will look like the following. You should now verify both nodes are joined. This can be done through the ztC console, which displays the functioning status of both nodes. This can be seen from the dashboard, as well as from the physical machines page. From the volumes page, verify VM storage, the disks, have begun to synchronize or have finished synchronization. Next, on the VMs page, check to see if any VM was shut down during the node replacement. If so, use the ztC console to start it now. This will ensure all storage for all VMs has been synchronized to node 1. When complete, the system will again appear healthy on the ztC console dashboard page. And the volumes page will show all volumes have been synchronized. This can be identified by the green check mark under the state column and the 100% finished under disk synchronization. An important note at this point of the procedure: do not proceed with the later node replacement steps until after all VMs have completely synchronized all of their volumes onto the reconfigured node 1. Use the ztC console to verify all volumes are up to date. Failure to achieve full redundancy will logically destroy VMs in later steps. Once the system is healthy and you've verified all VMs have been synchronized, you are now ready to move on to the SSD drive removal and replacement in node 0. The same steps performed on node 1 will be done on node 0. To remove an SSD drive from node 0, manually load balance VMs to be active on node 1. Please note you can view the procedure at the 3-minute, 10-second point of this video. If necessary, identify node 0. Remove power from node 0. Remove the SSD drive from node 0 and replace with the new drive from Stratus. Package the removed SSD drive to be shipped back to Stratus. Apply power to the node and monitor the system while the node integrates successfully. Verify both nodes joined. Verify VM storage, which are the disks, begin to mirror copy. Start any shutdown VMs. Reminder: VM load balancing may have been altered earlier in this procedure. Reapply your local load balancing preferences. Follow the return shipping instructions provided with the replacement SSD devices. This completes the How to Replace SSD Devices in ztC 110i Systems training module. Thank you for viewing this module.